Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Jeremy. Thanks for your presentation. Next, we are going to have Philip talk about how we can apply Agile into our lean methodologies. And as we discussed last time, how IPD, Agile, Lean, and all these different aspects of the new methodologies that are coming up are all going to help us improve our quality in our construction projects. And I believe Philip has done a lot of work on Agile and Lean, and he's the perfect person to talk as an expert on the topic. Thank you, Philip, for joining us. Please go ahead with your presentation. Thanks.
No problem, Hari. Thank you so much. Everybody, my name is Felipe Engineer. You are not seeing a typo or a mistake. That is, in fact, my last name. And I invite you all to come on a journey with me, just as I have over the course of my career. I've spent over 2 decades in construction on purpose because I love it. In the last 10 plus years, I've spent using lean and more recently Agile approaches like Scrum, and I get to serve McCarthy Building companies as the National Lean Construction Director, spreading Scrum, Agile, Lean, and let's see what else are we up to here at this large general contracting company. So one of the things we want to see is hopefully you're not seeing a really messed up PowerPoint. Let's see what we have here. Let's start with some common ground. We're going to get on this journey together, and all of us can recognize in the picture here we have a house. And I'm also a project management professional, and we start with a good foundation. Why would we want to? Like Samer said, let's start with something that we all have in common, which is the work. The Project Management Institute, PMBoK, Project Management Book of Knowledge, has these stages, these process groups. They're all here. You can see them on the beautiful screen. And if we're going to shift our house from this before picture to this after picture, maybe we want to sell. Maybe we're moving and we're upgrading, or we just, we have some extra money because we've done well, because we've applied lean in our lives and we've increased value to go from this before and after picture. What I don't recommend is burning down the house. Don't burn the house down. If you're a project management professional focused on quality, keep that with you. Let me show you how we can map these things forward, and you can build upon your house to do that renovation. Some things got taken away, some things got built upon, but the overall quality and aesthetic are massively improved. Lean, Scrum, Agile, man, these things are thrown around on PowerPoint slides. Even in this very presentation, you've seen different versions here, and you've heard different things. At the core of what lean is, it's maximizing that customer value, focusing on those processes, improving it forever, never stopping the improvement. It's like a game. And you can see on the right, Lean, Agile, and Scrum just swirling together. Scrum is a framework, a lightweight framework that helps people generate value. I'm going to share a story and some other voices from here at McCarthy talking about how they use Scrum in their work, so you can see how they've pivoted and adapted to the complex problems and problem solutions in their work, which is the place where you want to start. And Agile in of itself is the natural human condition. We all start out with the ability to adapt. We all fall down, like my friend Katie Anderson says, multiple times, and we have to get up. And they say in Japan, fall down 7 times, get up 6. Or just keep getting up. If you fall down even an 8th time, get up again, try again. Don't be dissuaded. We have to cut the work up into small, short phases so we can get frequent reassessment, or just simply put feedback. That's what we're looking for, so we can adapt the plan. And we see that even in the PMI world, they have partnered with the Agile Alliance, and they put out this guide called Agile Practice Guide. It's glorious. And it says that they want to get early returns on investment through defined, wow, it sounds so familiar, iterative value delivery. Wow, what is Agile? Remember, it's just the ability to adapt, create, and respond to change. And so we're going to feedback from the customer, or like Jeremy said, the people receiving the work, the trade partners, one to the other, so critically important. So we can make adjustments like we saw in his pool plan over at Landis. Powerful, Nala. And you can learn more about Agile at agilealliance.org or at pmi.org. It is one of the most popular topics on the website. I see the entire universe as lean. All that blue area represents the lean universe where we don't want to have our time wasted. Inside of this universe, there's a subset called Galaxy Agile. And inside this Agile galaxy, we have things like Kanban. We have things like Scrum, which I love, and I'm biased. I only want to talk about Scrum, in case you can't tell. And then we have other tools and techniques that are some spanning into more lean and some into more agile, some only in agile by their definitions, how people put these things together, but it's all lean. Like Samer said, if you're working on improving the work, it's all lean. And Scrum is both agile and lean, and Scrum is older than agile, but that's discussion for another topic. This man right here, William Edwards Deming, made this plan, do, study, or check, act system so very popular. That framework is the scientific management methodology put into action steps so that you can achieve beyond your wildest dreams and get more control and pleasure in your life, in your work life. And then this man, Mr. Jeff Sutherland, created the Scrum framework based on the very same 4 action steps, scientific management, on the Scrum framework. There's the definition one more time. Let's see, how does it map to PDCA? We have some planning in the beginning where we've got a backlog. We've got a sprint planning for short-term planning. We've got the time, the most exciting part where we do the work with the team. We have the checking part every single day. Like in good last planner system, we have a daily huddle. In Scrum, we have the daily Scrum where we stand up for 15 minutes and we check to see how are we doing, where do we need to pivot and adapt, and then we act on it by seeing what we did and doing a review. If I bring back in the PMI process groups, this is how they map. They map in this framework, and if you use this framework, congratulations, you're now using Scrum, and you're increasing quality, and you're still a proud PMP, if you're PMP certified, which some of you are. Scrum is based on 3 powerful pillars of transparency so that we can all see what's going on. Inspection is not just inspection like we think of it typically. Inspection means going to see how the value is created and what is actually done. And there's that adaptation. It couldn't be agile if we weren't adapting. And the 5 values are there, you can see. And that beautiful slide of gears is really just telling you there are 5 meetings, 3 different roles and responsibilities. And there's 3 things you can see, touch, and feel. That's it. But let's hear from somebody's own perspective how they're using this at McCarthy. Take it away, Brenda.
We're constantly working on multiple projects and different scopes of work. So in order for us to stay organized, we manage our work through Scrum. The Scrum Manual describes Scrum as a framework within which people can address complex, adaptive problems while productively and creatively delivering products of the highest value. We manage our work through 1-week intervals. We have 3 main Scrum events. We start off with our Monday sprint planning sessions. During this session, we talk about what we can accomplish during the week. We look at milestones, we prioritize, and then we break down tasks required to meet those deliverables. This sets the expectations for the week and allows our team to get a clear understanding of what needs to get done. We also have a daily check-in every morning. This is a quick 15-minute meeting where everyone talks about what they were able to accomplish the day before and what they will be working on today.
I moved to Friday now.
It's done. My scope out is done. It's just now meeting with Larissa to tell her who we're going with after everybody's been scoped out.
Okay, so that's got to be another tag up there then.
Yeah.
I mean, you have window treatment, tile, and casework, which is a lot. Now I'm looking at your Friday, and then you have those 3 scope tags, and then follow up with Larissa.
This allows our team to coordinate and align our efforts. Finally, on Friday, we have our retrospective meeting where we talk about how the week went and identify and select opportunities for improvement. We do this by creating a plus delta list where everyone can bring in new ideas or we can discuss hurdles we faced and we'll get into the root cause of problems. Once we identify ways to improve, we actively make sure those items are being addressed for next week's sprint. The biggest tool that we use is our Scrum board. All of our Scrum events tie back to this board. It's as simple as a to-do, doing, done list. We've gone through multiple variations of this board. and this board keeps evolving to meet our team's needs. The top outlines our milestones, showing us what is priority. On the right side of our board, it lists out what projects we're working on, so the colors match the big pre-con board, so it's easy for anyone in the office to see what projects we're working on. Going down the board, we have our current week's tags on the left side, and what we're currently working on is on the middle, and as we finish each tag, we move it to the right side, so the board flows from left to right. We create tags for all of our work, whether it's on a specific project, a personal project, or for training. If it takes longer than 15 minutes, we create a tag for it. There's lots of stickies being used. We create a tag for everything. Our tags have a velocity on the bottom right. In Scrum, velocity is measured in points per sprint, our sprint being 1 week intervals, and points based on human effort. So as a team, we talk about each task and decide collectively how many points each tag should have. We've collected data showing what our team can do. Knowing what is our capacity better allows us to plan for the future and create realistic milestone dates. Now our team knows what we can do and we have the data to show it. Besides these Scrum tools, we have additional instruments we use to accomplish our work.
And that's a perfect transition. Thank you so much, Brenda. That team has also started training themselves 2 hours every single week, 52 times a year. When the average construction project professional trains 2 days per year, it's done in thousands of teams in design and construction, millions of teams worldwide. That's the Scrum framework. Here are some examples from field crews, design crews in the center, and some other general contractor project management teams using Scrum in construction. Elsewhere where it's seen, you might recognize some of these company names as household names you completely recognize. I'm going to let that list rock in there just to see where it is. It's in finance, it's in manufacturing, it's in hardware, it's in construction, it's in the US government now, the US Department of Defense. I'm getting so excited that taxes might actually go down one day in my lifetime. It could possibly happen. The Scrum Guide is free forever. I'll put links in the chat for people to get access to it quickly. These are the main purposes. This is what that team invested in to understand this guide, a little bit of training with me, and off they went. Remember what Jeff Sutherland says, Scrum is easy to understand but difficult to master because you have to change your habits. But still, think of it as just a simple pool system to deliver value every single day. And we think about value as a beneficial transformation of information, materials, a combination of both, with the purpose to satisfy our customers. Please, 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 if you have questions, put them in that chat box because we want to hear from you, and we'll have time for Q&A at the end. And if you want to get more information about Scrum, hit that QR code and sign up for the email list. The Construction Scrum book is on its way out. Thank you so much, Hari. That's my time.